thing is so hard to get off. What's up, guys? Coming back at you today with a new video. This is my Iron Man Mark 50 helmet that was featured in Avengers Infinity War. Before we get into the specs of this helmet, what it's made of, how I decorated it, we'll talk a little bit about my obsession with Iron Man. I had to break out the Iron Man t-shirt today for this video. So when the MCU started back in 2008, well, it started prior to 2008, when Iron Man 1 came out in 2008, I was 10 years old. And we went to see that movie in May of 2008 when it came out, and I immediately fell in love with Iron Man. I loved Iron Man. I knew of the character Iron Man prior to that movie, but when the movie came out and with RDJ's representation of him, of the character of Tony Stark and Iron Man, I completely fell in love with it. I think part of the reason for that was I've always been fascinated by superheroes and the ability to have these supernatural powers, but with Iron Man, all of his power comes from the aspect of technology and technological achievement. And the fact that even though things like the arc reactor aren't real today, with the advancements of technology over however many years from now, things like that could be real and achievable. So I loved the Iron Man character because of that reason. I also like Batman because of that reason. They're based in a real world, and they don't have supernatural powers. People call them action heroes because they aren't super. Their powers are based out of real life technology. So that being said, I'm a big Iron Man fan, so much so that I bought a helmet to wear. I bought this bad boy that would have been the summer of 2018, and I bought him off of the website Etsy from a seller in Russia, and it was about $80. The helmet came in its 3D printed material. It wasn't painted or anything. It was a dark gray finish. So it was probably a little bit cheaper because of that. But I bought the helmet after Infinity War came out, so I would have bought it in around July, I think. It got here end of July, beginning of August, around that time frame, and I loved it. When we got the helmet, it came in 3 pieces. So the first piece is the faceplate, which pops out like this. So basically it has these little grooves up here that it nestles into, and to place it in, to get it to pop back into place, you have to grab the jawbone area of this other piece, and it slides back in like that. And then when you release that pressure right here, it holds it in place. Now, the second piece was kind of all of this red until this line back here. And so it goes all the way kind of around your chin, over your ears, to the back of your head, all the way around like that. And so you can wear it like a helmet like that, but then this third piece right here, where you can see we have connected right there. So it basically covers a little bit of the back of your neck more. I think that makes the overall look a little bit better, because you don't want a bunch of the back of your neck and the bottom of your hair showing when you're wearing it. So it came in 3 pieces like that. And the first thing I did was got to work painting it all. And we used 3 different paint colors, and then a clear coat product that we'll get into later. But that took, it was probably about a 3-day process painting the whole thing, but it turned out pretty good. I posted on social media, got a lot of response from it. People really liked it. But I originally purchased it for the use of wearing at a Halloween event. Okay, so as stated before, the helmet, when it finally arrived, was in 3 different pieces, one being the faceplate that's in gold, one being the mostly maroon and chrome painted piece that goes around the chin to the back of your head and all the way back around. Then this third piece right here that basically extends the helmet farther down your neckline. which I think gives it a better look in general. But we had to, being that it's its own piece, we had to figure out a way to attach it to the helmet when you put the helmet on. So what we ended up doing was we made this little hinge out of just a cut piece of cloth that nobody used in our house anymore. And we basically used some hot glue and contact adhesive and glued it down to, or bonded it to each piece, each of the two pieces of the helmet. So we bonded it on this inside piece and then to this neck piece right here. And that holds together really, really well. So then that holds the two pieces together, but then when it's upright, if it's not tethered in by these Velcro tabs, it'll just fall out. So what we did was we super glued these Velcro tabs onto these edge pieces that sit right under your earlobes, and that connects to these super glued Velcro tabs right here. So if I take this and fold it over, hold it up, hard doing it one-handed, there it connects, Velcro tabs connect, and now it's in place. We do the other side. It's connected, Velcro tab right there, and then when I pick it up, see, I don't want to pop the faceplate out. You see, it holds up. So that's that neck piece that extends the neck downward a little bit, gives it a better overall look. So then what you might have also seen on the inside was some foam padding. So when I got the helmet, I could fit my head inside it, but there was a little bit too much room. So if I went to turn my head or looked up or down, the eye holes would get thrown off out of my field of vision. So we needed something to help keep the helmet steady on my head. So I just took my hot glue gun and put in these pieces of foam, and then the pieces of foam in the raw form it was way too much foam, taking up way too much space on the inside. So I just hacked at it with some scissors and got some chunks to tear out, and it fits pretty well now. But I haven't worn this thing in a while, so I was just putting it on for this video now, and my head must have grown over the past few months, because I can fit it on, it fits on, but my nose is pressed up pretty tight against the faceplate, and my earlobes are really squeezed tight in here, so it's kind of uncomfortable. So I'm going to have to go back in with the scissors and cut out some more of that foam. Okay, so here are all of the paint products that I used when painting the Iron Man helmet. As I stated before, when the product was shipped, it came in its raw 3D printed form, so it wasn't painted at all. It was just a dark grayish color. So the products I got were 3 different shades of paint by Duplicolor. Duplicolor is a brand that is known for spray paints for automobiles. So this sunburst gold color right here is a color that comes from the Ford Motor Company brand. But after doing some research online, this brand and some of these colors were what was most recommended to accurately match the Iron Man red and crimson and gold coloring. So the first thing that we went ahead and did, I sprayed to the entire helmet, all 3 pieces. I have some pictures that I'll put into this video so you can see some of the behind the scenes action of it. But the first thing we did was sprayed the whole helmet, all 3 pieces, with this Duplicolor Universal Chrome. And I don't know how well it's showing up on video here, but the lids to all of these represent the color that it's supposed to represent. And this is a pretty reflective chrome lid. And from the painting, it's not super reflective. It's more of a shiny metallic silver, but it's not really reflective, which is not a big deal or anything, but that's kind of what I was expecting. But yeah, it's just a shiny silver color, which is all right. Then next we moved on to the Sunburst Gold, also by Duplicolor. Um, so this is what is painted on the faceplate and part of the chin, and then this third piece of the helmet up here is also Sunburst Gold. So it took, particularly, well, all of it took a lot of, besides the faceplate, the whole helmet took a lot of masking tape to paint one color, mask an area off, paint the other color. Um, yeah. So those are the areas that were done in Sunburst Gold. And speaking of the Universal Chrome, this spot on the one piece of the helmet is that Universal Chrome, that this was the base color. And it's not perfect. You can see some spots where there's a little bit of that red on the Universal Chrome, and then down in those ear vents there's some red that's leaked down there. But I don't really mind. It would have been super difficult to get it 100% accurately perfect. But from afar, it still looks pretty damn good. So that was Sunburst Gold. The third color, also by Duplicolor, was I'm having trouble remembering what exact color it was. It was just this crimson red metal cast color by Duplicolor. And this painted everywhere else that was not gold or metallic silver on the helmet. Red is particularly my favorite color. It's been my favorite color since childhood. So it was fun getting to spray paint these pieces. The red was actually probably the hardest part to paint, particularly because of this gold area and then this silver area that I was trying to mask off with all these edges that you had to get masked off so that you didn't bleed it over. And obviously, as I said before, I wasn't 100% successful. But, excuse me, it still looks pretty good. So then that was the helmet. My flash just turned off. The device is too hot, I guess. Those three colors completed the helmet, but then I needed to help it look more like actual metal and more metallic and reflective, I used a clear coat product. At first, I got a clear coat Duplicolor paint, and when I sprayed, I sprayed the gold faceplate with this Duplicolor clear coat, and it made the faceplate non-reflective, and it was very dull of a gold finish. So I took it. I was doing this in my garage at the time. It was a little bit maybe humid out there. I thought that might have been the problem. I took it inside, painted it, repainted the gold, repainted the Duplicolor clear coat, and it still looked bad. So I just sprayed the face paint with gold again, got it back to its original look, and then my dad knows a guy at work who has a bunch of model cars, and he said that he would spray them with this product by a company called Minwax, I guess. And the product is fast drying polyurethane. And he said it was supposed to give it a nice glossy finish. So I went ahead, I thought, what the hell, go ahead, try it. And it looked really, really good. So you can kind of see its glossiness from the light reflecting off of it. And then particularly the red finish on the top of the helmet is what I really liked with that polyurethane. And again, I'll throw up some pictures of the behind the scenes and the finished thing that got posted to social media. Oh, there, it's back on again. But that polyurethane really gave it a good clear coat, glossy, metallic finish, if you will. So those were all four of the paint products that I used for the Iron Man Mark 50 helmet. Okay guys, thanks for sticking around for my product review of my Mark 50 Avengers Infinity War Iron Man helmet. This thing means an awful lot to me. I love Iron Man. He's my favorite character in the MCU. So much so that when Avengers Endgame premiered this last year of 2019, back in April, I wore this bad boy to the premiere. I got a few people taking pictures with me. It wasn't a huge theater to have premieres at, but it was pretty cool. A lot of people thought it was pretty cool. My brother thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was amazing. I love it. One thing to note for this video, if you hear this faint snoring in the background, it's because of this girl back there. So I apologize for that. She wanted to come in my room before I started recording. So that being said, wherever you are in the world, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.